Not human. Okay, go live. Pop the chat out. And send the notification. No, I'm not human. Okay. God, this is gonna be something, I feel like. Is there any settings I should look out for first? Typing effect. Okay. New game. Hello, Henry. Welcome. You are the first person on like both platforms. Welcome to the stream now. We're playing a game called No, I'm Not Human. I have no clue what this game is about, if I'm honest with you. All I know it's a horror game. I'd have been asked to play it quite a bit. Aren't we tired of staying at home? God, this is like old found footage sort of vibes. Oh, is that us, or is that... Is that a dead body at the beach? I just ate dinner. Hello, welcome to the stream, Victor. Welcome. I have no clue what this game is going to be like. Am I early? You were the first person on TikTok. Oh, cat! She doesn't... Okay, yeah, the little girl doesn't look normal. Okay. It's the game where... yeah, I've seen it on my For You page quite a bit, that's true. I've seen like edits of it and stuff. But I know nothing about like actual gameplay, just a part that... All I know is the guy in the picture doesn't look human, I know that much. Talk to you later, bye. Okay. Oh, it's actually 3D. Make sure to pay attention to the text. Okay. Finally, stream this. Hello, Rab. Hello. Romulia. Better check during the day. Window. There's no light in the windows. Looks like I found us asleep. Okay, this is like my first time playing this chat. Oh my... Okay, chat, I'm gonna close some things in the background to try to get some performance back, because... God, that does not look good there. Can I close some background apps? Yeah, I hear the guy knocking. I'm about to think that now. Do I need Discord open? Not really. Okay, I hope nothing bad happens. Why is there an eye? I don't know, that's actually really... You can't see it on TikTok, but on Twitch there's an eye there. Okay. Hello, neighbor. No, long time no see. How is life? Same as it ever was, yeah. So let me level with you. Came over for a reason. Being a little worried about you. Something really bad.
How's everyone doing? I hope it has been well and you all hydrated and ate yummy food. Except Tori.
Okay, bruh. Hello Moon, welcome to the stream as well. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Something real bad seems to be headed our way. I'll force myself to sing for tonight? Alright then. I hope that goes well for you. There's 5 endings in this game. Okay, so there's a lot of endings. I'll keep that noted then. Okay. Should off the phone with my, of course. Oh no, my cousin. I moved the TikTok chat because that's kind of covering the text. Oh god. I hope that guy's cousin wasn't important. Oh well. Saw this game on YouTube. Yeah, I know it's pretty popular like online right now. And there's people coming up from underground calling them visitors for whatever reason. So it's like skinwalkers then, pretty much. Creepy stuff, huh? I sure hope that's not true. What's happening with the sun? Visitors. Or should I say that? Either it's gonna explode or something's gonna explode on it, not too sure. Okay. Be right back actually? Okay. I'm guessing the visitors are people who look human but aren't human. Ari Titan is live? That is true, yes. Hello Required, welcome. Hello Goofy Shark as well. Welcome to the stream. Oh no, something's wrong with it. I'm sure you noticed the summer's been the hottest one ever, right? Yeah. Hello Kyle, hello. Thank you, Goofy Shark, for the tomato. Thank you, appreciate it. I think we prepare ourselves for the worst. Oh, global warming. Thank you, Goofy Shark, for the 3 more tomatoes. I do appreciate that. My cousins told me that being home alone is dangerous. Okay. So I came over to make sure you don't end up hurt or worse. I can look after myself, yeah. I really want to play Legends EA after seeing all the clips. It does look quite interesting, to be fair, yeah. It does look like quite an interesting game. I want to pick up myself. I'm sure you can, but I'm not sure you understand how dangerous it is to be alone right now. How about I stay with you just for one night, just in case? It'd really help put my mind at ease. Don't worry about my family. A good friend of mine is staying with us tonight. He's looking after them while I'm here. He looks normal. Great. Let's continue this conversation in the morning then. See you in the kitchen when you wake up. See you in the morning.
67.
Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Okay, well that was interesting. Thank you, Belgian Waffles, for the tofu. Thank you for the tofu, I do appreciate that. Let's go.
76.
Apparently it's a really bad game. I've heard it's pretty good at least. Okay, can we sleep? Nope, we don't. Okay. What can I do?
Holy and glumping too hard.
Okay, maybe don't. Okay, yeah, that's. Okay, that guy's getting blocked. But yeah, thank you, Belgian Waffles, for the tofu, by the way. I do appreciate that. Hello, Rudy. Hello, welcome. Breaking news. At 6:28 AM to a powerful emission of energy from the sun. This burst of energy was far larger than scientists had predicted. As a result, temperatures outside have reached critical levels. The government has since declared a state of emergency. We ask that viewers refrain from going outside during the day. Up next, something lighter. Oh. I'm back with the milk? Welcome back. I am blocked? Not you, Goofy Shark, the other guy. You see ballerinas dancing gracefully, crossing the stage in strong but delicate leaps. Despite the elegance, the dance invokes anxious thoughts. If only someone could just explain what's going on. True that. Thank you, Belgian Waffles, for the follow. I do appreciate the follow. Ooh. To catch a signal, turn the right knob. To do this, left click and hold the right. Ooh. Okay, so it's the right knob. I see little bars going up. So I have pomegranates right now about lyrics in it. Okay. I like a cat photo in the background. That's your timer? Oh, okay, that's timer.
67 tough mangoes.
Oh, I can move the mouse like this. Okay. Oh well. Okay, there's the radio. There's the cat photo. Kombucha. I've heard of this before. Oh, is this how I save my game? Emerald Nuzlocke stream when? I don't know if I'll ever play Pokemon Emerald. But what's this? Is that one of the... I can't see it. There's a cross on the wall.
Okay, who the fuck just said 6-7 because I'm gonna do some not so kind things to you.
Okay, don't threaten the TikTok chat, Rap, okay? TikTok chat might be... Beer day? Oh boy! I love beer! Oh, this is the office. Probably no beer in here. Where's the beer? Oh boy! Bro, this guy.
Emerald
Damn.
is one of the best games though.
Emerald? I do want to try it at some point, yeah. Damn, so it's true after. He looked kind of green. Is that... I can't tell if that's the art style of the game or if the guy's, like... unhealthy. Well then, everything I said makes sense. Don't go outside during the day, and you have to remember to let other people in. Let people in? Why would I let strangers into my house? Yeah, I'll say that one. I know you prefer to keep your distance from people, but you have to. My cousin doesn't know for
This is
sure
Henry
why we
Vince.
can't just bunker
Hi
down by
TikTok
ourselves.
chat, how are you doing? Tongue tongue tongue
I'm doing
tongue tongue
advice?
tongue tongue tongue
Wait, hang on, I
tongue
didn't
tongue 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 tongue.
You can order more saves for later, but you can only have one for now. Okay. Yeah, I haven't saved it yet, at least. I saw this game before. It's all over on TikTok, at least. I think it's yours. Okay. But she mentioned that if anyone comes in asking if you're alone, say no and tell them that someone's in the house with you. Okay, so if anyone's asking I'm alone. I hate dealing with people, or why do I need to have other people with me? You'll see later how to do it. Okay. That'll be interesting then. I'm guessing it'll be soon then, or is it still more of like a tutorial for now? The people that you let inside might bring something useful or share some interesting information. Just don't forget to test them for signs of being a visitor. You don't have much energy during the day with this heat, so choose who you want to test carefully. You have to take a real close look. It's strenuous, draining work. But don't worry about chatting with people. That won't take up any energy. So talk as much as you like. Top left. Is that, oh, that's the little... Oh, I don't think you can see it. The little lightning symbols. Be sure to look out your windows. TV's great and all, but there's no better source of info than your own two eyes. Then what? Afraid all we can do now is try to survive. Hope this nightmare ends soon. ... I'm sure the government will help us somehow. Maybe they'll lead everyone to shelter or something like that. If they do, stick together with me and my family. Alright, that's it from me. ... Oh right, I almost forgot. I'm heading back home tomorrow night. Write down my number. Just set the line over there. 609606. We'll keep on touch in the phone. Okay, that's really it. Crack a beer and get some sleep.
Hey chat, it's nice to talk to you guys, but man, are you fellas weird anyways. Bye bye, I might communicate a bit more later.
Oh. Hello Tito, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Welcome though. It's ringing the phone for you? Okay, that's good then. Oh, is that a cockroach in my fridge? Hello Tito, hello. Oh, that's drained all my energy. Okay, that's useful to know. Okay.
Play Fortnite.
Play Fortnite? I'm not going to be playing Fortnite now. Okay. Well, what game is this? This is No, I'm Not Human. That is the game we're playing. Oh no, dude, I can hear knocking. Loneliness and isolation. Is it a Russian game? I'm not too sure. The like architecture and sort of like the vibes of the game has like a Russian feel to it. Is my dad here? Can you get him for me? I check the windows every night. Oh crap. You're on Twitch now? Okay, crap. I think I'm too late now. You set later? Okay. Do you finish your Subway? No, I've not finished that yet. Thank you, Mango African, for the heart me, by the way. Is my dad here? Can you get him for me? I was okay before, but I'm really scared now. There's lots of strange people out here tonight. Oh crap, what's the dad's name? I don't remember his name. Thank you, Belgian Waffles, for the heart me. You're not playing Minecraft? No, I'm playing something new. Okay, I know. I had to double check. I didn't know if it's in Minecraft or not. You don't know his name? Okay. Tell us something about your dad. He's my dad, after all. Let's see. He likes to drink a little beer before he goes out. Okay, well, that's true. Hello, Game with Glitch. Hello, welcome to the stream. When he does go out, he leaves me yummy lunch and dinner and juice. But today I tried some of that beer stuff. Blech, it was so gross. Why would anyone drink that? They can just have juice. Please don't tell him I did that. Hello Maurice. Hello, it's going pretty good. We're playing No I'm Not Human today. It's a horror game. How do you get here in one piece? I don't know, everything feels like it's opposite day now. People stay at home and sleep during the day and then go out and do stuff at night. Still scared of the dark, but maybe there's nothing to be afraid of. Or is there? Just that sentence, or is there? She's a visitor, dude. She's a visitor. I'm calling it now. Can I just say have a good day? Oh, do I sacrifice a dad? Oh, he's just a tutorial NPC, so on the off chance that this isn't this isn't his daughter. Armchair on the couch, okay. You have to build a big pile near the door to eventually to play another time. Right, okay. Okay, that's fine then. Okay, chat. I don't know about you guys, but I have the slight suspicion this might be a visitor. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like... I feel like this... I was taking a shower by a bar. Is defo human? It reminds me of, you know them you can't base on looks, you'll see later today? I know, he just looks very... It reminds me of that one horror thing on YouTube, Mandela Catalogue, I think. Where it's like, the people are similar, but they look, some people have...
Start digging in your butt, twin.
What?
Let's see. I was taking a shower at a bar down the road, but they kicked me out, just like that. Why? Guess not everyone in there found my personality particular palatable. But I don't mean anyone any harm, don't worry. Life is shitty sometimes, you know. So, what do you say, my good man? Can I come in? You're not a visitor, are you? Do I look like one of them monsters? Hello Echo, welcome to the stream. We're playing No I'm Not Human today. Okay. No, I'm not a visitor. You're never going to get a straight fucking answer asking that directly anyway. I guess things here won't be any different from the bar.
Let him in, he's chill, trust he looks friendly and he can help you because you can't reach the top shelf cause you're 4'1".
I'm 5'7", bruh. Why'd they kick you out of your previous shelter? ... I considered saying something rude just now, but I thought better of it. Told you already, someone didn't like me, God knows who it was. Now I think about it, maybe it's a good thing they tossed me out. They could have eaten me alive back there, no one would have fucking noticed. Oh my god, this guy swears. Do you see Hydra Miz on SMP? Yeah! This is his second one now, but yeah, it's really cool. You should leave. Understood. I understand your reasoning, but it still pisses me off. Just as cowardly as everyone else in this town. Sleep well, my good man. Fuck you. Okay, wow. Violence, chat. Violence. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, there's deathly silence outside. Okay. There's no one there. Even the drunks outside, they're afraid of something. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Sorry to bother you so late. It's just so hot out today, and the TV said we shouldn't go out in the sun, so... Can you maybe find some space for me? Who are you? I lived out near the city. The asphalt over there is heating up pretty bad, as you can imagine. I actually worked the register at the local store at one point. I mean, I don't anymore. They, fired me. I've always had bad luck with work. What do you think will happen? I don't know. Will I survive? Who will help me? How much time will I have to look for help? I have no idea what's going to happen, like, I couldn't even guess. Doesn't all this scare you? It terrifies me. Brumby and Nord, I do apologise. I'm just trying to focus on the game. I do apologise for not reading chat as much today. don't kill me, please don't kill me. Thank you, haha, thanks so much, seriously. Now I gotta live a little longer, thank God. Okay, check the other two windows. There was this window, wasn't there? And then there's another window. In distance, you spy the house of your neighbour, who's currently visiting you. Light blazes through the windows, and it seems like his family's waiting for him to come back home. Okay, and then there was it the kitchen, or is it? Is that the window? Yeah. I don't look that way, not anymore. To the right? I've looked through this one. Unless, is there a different one I'm missing? There's a window there. The one to the, there. To the left. Is it through? That's storage room. Oh, here! I see now. You see a few teenagers hang out in the yard. They're sitting around without a care in the world, chatting about something. They pay you no mind. Okay, I see it now. I do apologize, Victor. I'm not the best at directions. Okay. Check those every night. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Hey, hello, I guess, if that's better. Is this like your place? I mean, your house, sir? Yeah, it's mine. So, can I come in then? Or are you just gonna leave me out here? I couldn't find a basement or any other decent hiding spot, so here I am. What are you doing hiding out in basements? Where are you? Yeah, where are your parents? Hell if I know. Home, probably. Where else would they be? Or maybe they're visitors now. Kinda suit them, huh? My mum loves sunbathing too. Yeah, that's another fun possibility. Whatever, I'm here, aren't I? I could use a roof over my head. Really gonna leave a kid out here? Under the burning sun with visitors around? Please remind people how important this hydrated. I know that, but... What's it called? Yeah. Hello Olivia, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay. What's this game about? I'm not fully too sure yet. But, sort of, there's like skinwalker sort of thing, or I'm not sure, they're called visitors. And we need to find out, we need to try and talk with them and see who's a visitor and who's not a visitor and stuff. Even got carpets? Oh, sweet. But, look, whatever. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Phone. Okay, there's the neighbor's phone number. There's no cigarettes, no. I'm Not Human? Yeah, we're playing I'm Not Human today. Where are these people staying at? Is there anything I can do in here? Okay, I guess not. Okay. Somewhere randomized? Yeah, that's what Victor was saying earlier. Or if you watched Dexter, I have. Good afternoon. Here's the news. Sun's activity rises steadily as crime levels also reach a new high. According to recent data, the number of murderers over the last few nights has surpassed average figures. Experts suspect this is related to the society's ever-growing anxiety surrounding the visitors. And now, over to just a moment. Our studio has just received an urgent transmission regarding contact with the phenomenon we're calling the visitors. Eyewitness accounts describe them as creatures that can imitate the appearance and behavior of humans. Avoid all contact at all costs. In one case, a visitor was able to be identified with one telltale sign. Perfect white teeth. Early reports seem to back this up. Okay, the perfect one's the one on the right, I'm guessing. So left, okay, yeah, left is human. I was gonna say. So that's the only, like... Damn. Sources say they encountered an unhoused person with perfect white teeth, who later turned out to be a visitor. That's all for now. Stay calm. Oh, God damn it. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Up next, more weather updates. But first, a message from our sponsor. Is that the Artine I hear? Yes, it is. Hello, Kyle. Welcome, welcome. Okay. there's nothing here. Any imperfections in teeth is fine? Okay, so that means safe then. Okay, okay. Okay. The news person had really white teeth. I think they're a visitor. You might be right there. I'm sick of all this. Oh yeah, they're on your own. I need to check you. Oh, okay, check if it's a... Okay. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. I'm guessing this is us checking their teeth. Fine, just hope we get over with, old man. Teeth. For real. Ugh. So, they've got braces then. And they've got like, you know, weird gums. So I'm guessing that's like, yeah, safe. Okay. Pull out gun! Oh my god. Okay, leave alone. Okay, that works. God. Okay. And nothing in the kitchen. They're really white. Do I go back and pull out the gun? I don't know if that's a... I forgot we had a second person in here. Hope all this ends soon. I need to test you. What do you want to check? Teeth. Should my teeth fixed? Though if I'm honest. Can't remember what made dinosaurs I've been there. Okay, chat. Well, she has perfectly... You should talk to the people before checking out. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Kyle, for the yippee. Okay. Well, she has perfectly white teeth, so when in doubt, I'm scared of dying. Okay. Dude. Can you cover my eyes? Do you have some kind of bandit? At least it's blurred. Are we just gonna leave that in our cupboard? Okay. Well, that's someone else's issue to clean with. I need to check myself. Ooh. Screw this. Dude, okay. I'm calling it now. It's gonna... One of the endings is gonna be like, plot twist. Ooh, you were fucking... You were a visitor this whole time. You don't have energy? Oh, okay. Okay, okay. I'm calling it out, just based on that. Okay. Might want to... Yeah, I'll say a warning next time. I didn't realize I was going to be like that. I do apologize. Oh, okay. See the neighbor in the door through the window. Playing happily, trying to forget about the ongoing horrors. If only for a moment. I'll be back later. Okay, I'll see you around the game with Glitch. Yeah, I didn't realize it would be like that. Bodies of the teenagers are lying on the ground. Someone killed them. Appears to be happening recently. Okay, that's a visitor, dude. A visitor's got them. Okay. Okay, Victor, you know how you were saying some don't look like visitors? What about this guy? Cause like... Cause like that... There's strange folds in his skin. So his flesh was the wrong size for his body. Is he wearing someone's skin? It says his flesh is the wrong size for his body. Is he wearing someone else's skin? That's Randy, he's chill. Okay, my bad, he's chill. He's chill. You can't see his eyes from here, but you can feel his gaze pouring into you. My pomegranate's arrived. Hey, let's go. That's epic. He's chill, okay, okay. Don't worry, guys. He's chill. Oh, who's knocking on the door, by the way? They're really nosy. Yo, how's it hanging? Dude, you been seeing how gnarly these things are out here? What the hell's going on? But for real for me, dude. What did I miss? Sun's flaring up and burning people alive during the day. Creatures that look like humans are crawling up at the guard. Yeah, let's tell them about that. Zombies? Dude, I knew it! Bro, you can totally count on me for what comes next. Okay. I've seen so many movies where this happens, dude. I'm basically a survival guru. Just clue me in. We're dealing with classic slow zombies or gnarly fast ones. Yeah, no, I like this guy. He's radical. Gnarly, dude. And is that like brain virus Baharian, or are they just like freaky undead dudes? Trust me, dude. The answer to that totally changes the game plan. Also, you got a shotgun or like grenades? We're gonna need hella firepower to make through this one. And food, man. Like lots of food. What are you even saying? Dude, I know exactly what I'm saying. You know, sci-fi writers already know what the future's gonna be like. They go space brain and predict crazy tech stuff even before it happens. Imagine we went to space and started sending letters to aliens. Whoa. Totally wild, dude. My homie read a zine where it happened. Alright, I'm chillax. Come on, let me in. Come on, yeah. Yo, appreciate it, man. Man, this might be the raddest thing that's ever happened to me, like ever. They should totally make a movie about this someday. I think he's already one of my favorite characters. This guy seems chill. Can I check him before I go to sleep, or... Dude, I heard crying. Did anyone else hear that? I heard crying just now.
No, you can only check during the day.
Okay, so a dad and their kid. Enough, stop fidgeting and stand still. Hello, could you please help us? What happened? I'm exhausted. I just want a place to sleep. I have 5 kids, and now this is the only one left. Thank you, Finn, for the heart me. My husband disappeared too. Don't know if he's dead or if he's abandoned us, but now I just want to lie down and pass out for a few days. Where'd the other kids go? I don't know. Maybe their father took them? I want to go to his house, but I don't have the strength anymore. Sure, we fought a lot, but it's hard not to when you live with someone who acts like a complete asshole. Forget him. Look, the most important thing to me now is find my kids. You can't say that, Rab. You can't say that. Jesus Christ. The kid looks ugly AF. Don't let them... Okay, bruh. Okay, that's crazy. Oh. Okay, come in. Finally, I want a rest. Get a move on. Pick your spot. We'll be up here by tomorrow, I promise. Thank you, Victor, for the 3 basking balls. Okay. Anyway, yeah, chat. Oh. Oh, we can see your teeth. You smell? Okay, bruh. Thank you for the 3 basketballs. I sense the energy here is stagnant. Something very bad is developing within. The sun and Leo are in the 5th house. I see all so clearly. You're a pretty assertive person, aren't you? Huh? I can see you prefer to take action rather than talk. Typical Leo, am I right? You accumulate a large amount of dark energy here. Yes, very unpleasant. I don't understand the how or why. Everything just feels so neglected. I suppose I should start with affirmations. Thanks for dumping that all in my already troubled mind. I understand it's stressful for you since you're Capricorn rising? You're juggling several constellations within yourself. You're a complex person. We can all use affirmations to reach the depths of your inner cosmos. You understand, don't you? And everything will fall into place. Come in. You can already sort of see her teeth, so I think she's like... normal, I guess. Ah, delightful. You're in quite an excellent location here, to be honest. There's a powerful current of positive energy flowing through your house. She just said it was like neglected. Bruh. Okay.
Keep in mind you only have 2 energy per day, so you'll have to be careful who you check.
Okay, that's true. I already have... I don't trust the mother. I do trust the, like, gnarly dude. He seems chill. Or did you just say someone died tonight? Good afternoon, here's the news. I didn't catch... Does anyone... Are you on Twitch? Yes, I'm on Twitch as well. Welcome, Moon. We're on day 3, I think, now? We're about to watch the news. It smells like some... Okay, it smells like someone died. Thank you. Oh, God, okay. Oh, it's probably the teenagers outside our house. I thought they all died, yeah. Good afternoon. Here's the news. The anomalous heat is continuing to rise, and the invasion of visitors has shown no signs of slowing. As such, the government has founded a new organization to address... New organization to address the emerging situation. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, abbreviated as FEMA. FEMA employees can now be identified by the yellow hazmat suits and gas masks. Merely days since their founding, the agency has already discovered a new way to identify visitors. Dirt under the fingernails. Specialists say that sign helps identify visitors who have crawled out from under the ground. Okay. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Next up, a crisis report regarding a pale maniac, but first, some ads. Well, that radio is saying something.
So perfect white teeth and dirty fingernails means visitor.
Yeah. So, okay. We'll need to keep out for that then. So I saw words there. Do I have to be really precise, or...? No, our fingernails are clean here. Have your eyes appeared red? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's new. Don't let this blight take away your body color.
You don't have to be overly precise.
Okay. Ooh. I don't think we've seen anyone's eyes yet. Cast out the evil spirit, cleanse your body.
Also, you can check the TV again for bonus stuff that will help you.
Okay. We could, yeah, we've still got only 2 energy though. Okay. So apparently, if the eyes are sort of red, okay. The eyes, it's kind of hard to tell there. You okay? How's the kid? Oh, he's tired. He's shy around new people, but he's being extra clingy. Kids struggling to handle stuff like this. Might not complain, but you see it's written on their faces. Okay. Sometimes I feel like it's my fault for driving them all into this, but it's too late for changing any of that now. Okay. Why do they look like that? They all sort of look like unsettled. Why is there... Oh my god, is that the bloody human remains from last time? Maybe stoner dude because he smokes? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he would have had red eyes. Want a reading? How do you know so much about me? Ha, what a silly thing to say. I'm not one who knows. I'm simply a vessel. The stars speak through me. The moon and Venus are in conjunction in the 6th house. It's written all over your face. You need not say a thing. Who made a game about... Okay, bruh.
Also, if a person is dead in a room, doesn't mean it's the other person in the room.
Okay. So... I'll keep that in mind. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I knew someone just like you once. He always listened, but never spoke. You know what they say, if Jupiter is in the 8th house, it's better to stay quiet. It's a sign of closed doors. I don't know what any of that meant. Hello, Mr. F and G. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Okay, no one's in the storage room. This looks like they just got like a photo of a real house. Like that looks like it's just a real house or something. I'm gonna try something, chat. Welcome, Mr. F and G. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for the blow a kiss as well. Hello Sova, welcome to the stream. God, what is... I wanted to try something. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, that makes it a bit blurry, but that should mean the game runs a bit better. I think. Okay. What I miss? Not much. We killed one of them so far. We could check with Spiritual Girl. Yeah. So this guy's got purpley skin. Sup, dude? What are you doing before the cataclysm? Oh, bro, just chilling, you know, watching flicks, hanging with the homies. But now, no more movies, no more hangouts. Real bummer, dude. TV just loops the same thing. Panic commercial, panic commercial. My homies don't even pick up anymore. Heard some big shots in. Now it's not time for fun. This is crisis. Man, screw that bore. Fun never ends. In Funtown. Booyah. Let's not, guys, yeah, let's not bring up that guy. Let's not bring up... I'm pretty sure that guy got arrested for, like, really bad shit, so let's not bring him up. Thank you, Cecil, for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. I do appreciate that. Solar Smash stream? Don't worry about it, Rab, don't worry about it. Thank you, Mr. F&G, for the blow a kiss as well. So you know about the TV? Because he said he watched movies and stuff. Oh, yeah, let's watch the TV again, though, just in case. Tetris stream? Possibly. Turmoil, terror, and suffering, all because of these visitors. But now our hour of need, just as our crises were about to left unanswered. FEMA has come to our aid. These brave heroes from the Federal Emergency Management Agency are protecting us from the visitor invasion. We're on night 3, I think. Dude, it's MCC. I don't think this is MCC. So far, the agency has identified 27,000 dangerous anomalies. Remember, you can help out the agency by informing about any suspicious activity around you. Oh, it's like MCC today? Oh, right. I don't remember the last time I've ever watched MCC, if I'm honest with you. Notice slips have them visit FEMA. If you ever start to wonder whether you might be a visitor, call our hotline. Just how you support FEMA to fight against visitors. So what's so bad about visitors then? That's what I've not, like, clocked yet. They eat your skin? Okay. They kill you. Okay, okay, so that's... What is this game? This is No, I'm Not Human. Okay. Stuffy in here. I need to test you. Hello there, Sophie. Hello, welcome. Okay. Fine, go ahead. I have nothing to hide. Teeth. Thank you, Victor, for the 5 tofus. Thank you so much for the 5 tofus. I do appreciate that. Let's go. Now, she's got perfect white teeth. Or, oh, that's kind of yellow. But it's her gums. Her gums are, like, inflamed. Now I regret that.
TV said teeth.
TV said teeth. Yeah, but are you just saying that so I shoot an innocent mother? Thank you, Mr. F&G, for the 6 blower kisses. At this point, yeah, we didn't test the child either.
Also nails.
Oh, but that's 2. If we do that, then... Okay, thank you, Mr. F&G, for the... Oh, the 7 blower kisses as well. Here, take a look.
Exactly why you have to be careful what you test.
I'll join back later. I'll see you around, Sophie. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Chat? Oh, okay. The things might be getting bad now. Okay, hear her out. Hands, use some... Okay.
If you don't feel confident in teeth, check hands, and later on other stuff.
I really hope... I didn't check the other two. Why'd you pull the gun out? Her teeth were kind of white, but I can't really tell. I'm gonna regret this, haven't I? Does she have rashes? Is rashes a sign? Oh god. Female employee stand by your neighbor's house. You wonder what they're talking about. Maybe he's taking soil samples? So it's a bit... Okay. Yeah, guys, that's true. No spoilers, by the way. No spoilers. Shard house is too much power lying on the ground. Looks like I've been here all day. Oh, so they're cooking in the sun. Hello, Sam. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Needs to be perfect, right? Okay. So it's the prize socket. Okay. Pale man with a bare torso. Okay, okay. Ooh. Please don't say this is the guy who's going to be at my door. Okay, chat. Now, just based on, like, appearance, do we think this guy could potentially be Howdy? Howdy. What do you want? Spacious house you got yourself there. I like it. I don't need anything from you. I've got a gun. Delicious. Despair gives courage to the coward, yes? So... You alone? No, I'm not alone. It's your lucky day. I can hear someone whispering inside. But who knows where they'll be in a few days. Thank you, Mr. F&G, for the 67 blower kisses, by the way. I do appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the 67. Just average Discord mod. That is a crazy comment. Oh my god. Average Discord mod. Hey, pal. Listen, I'm kind of knee-deep in shit right now. Mind if I sort of lay low here for a bit? What happened? Where do we even start? I'm a cabbie, right? So I was driving this passenger and then... Well, you know how it goes. Turns out he wasn't who he said he was. Now he's not here. Neither's my car. What happened to your car? Those damn female asshats jacked my ride. So I was driving this far, right? But I noticed his teeth were too white. Way too white, you know? So I kind of snuck him over to FEMA, and they weren't exactly going to let him skedaddle. First they just praised me like, good job, citizen. Help us, help you, yada yada. But then Jackass dragged me away from the car. Turns out they wanted me in the slammer too. So I kind of cracked one of them with the bottle I had, sort of stashed in my coat and legged it. Okay. Bro just said skedaddle, yeah. Hello Kyle, welcome back. We've already got so many people. You should leave. Come on, pal. Don't do me like this. Yeah, I panicked, sure, but there's no ways to shut me out, you know? Damn it. You're better than those femur fuckers. Hope you rot. Ooh, someone's got a potty mouth. Who the hell's this guy? So we meet again. I remember that things were a bit different last time we crossed paths, yet we remain alive. Strange thing, I don't know how to explain it. Who is this? I don't recognize this guy. I'd like to start with a conversation with a divination. What the hell is that word? Tell me my fortune by choosing a page in this book. Where should I open to? Somewhere right in the middle. Who are you? Me?
Fortune telling.
I'm you. You were home. Yes, a tragic story indeed. Is this what awaits us? It's quite possible. What does it mean? I need to think it through carefully. Do you have any insights to offer? Anyway, I only came here by to tell you something. Events will soon begin to unfold. You'll need to be ready.
Honestly, for your own good, ignore TikTok chat. Spoilers keep coming.
Okay. I'll look over now again, but yeah, I've been trying to avoid spoilers. You need to be ready. May sound strange, but the cat must enter. Keep that noted. Why does his forehead look big even though he's bald? He's got a very tall head. I cannot yet explain how yet I cannot yet explain how, yet I'm certain it will help you. You can choose what to do with this information, of course. It's Ian Hawke. Isn't that a guy who kidnaps the chipmunks in Alvin and the Chipmunks? Or is that someone else? As for me, I think I'll have to ponder on the deeper meaning of your what's divination? Welcome back, Cathedral, welcome back. Is that it? Maybe I've used a PNG of him. Okay. Yeah. He's off to steal the chipmunks, that's what he's doing, chat. I knew I could hear something. Oh my god. Dude. I hear snoring. We've got the guy. Yeah, that guy. So you desiring this for the rose? Okay, I didn't realize I could hear them. Welcome, Zaranis. Welcome to the stream. I let him in because he seemed really cool. He was all like radical and stuff. Oh, we've got 3 energy bars now. Okay. We didn't invite. He didn't give us the option to. He was just here to tell us fortune. Is it me or is this guy's eyes like scarily large? Good afternoon. Here's the news. FEMA has taken away new measures to address the ongoing visitor invasion. As of now, they've organized quarantine zones to detain potentially dangerous suspects. FEMA has also identified a new visitor sign after experimenting with those detained. Blood red eyes. According to the reports, FEMA discovered the sign after observing detained visitors. Okay. Knowing that creatures have increased photosensitivity, causing their eyes to become inflamed and red. That's all for now. Stay in calm and don't leave the house during the day. Next up, a report on FEMA.
Increases based on how many people are in the house.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know then. It's time for I Want to Believe, a program where I will uncover the mysteries and government conspiracies. Okay. Bro, Moon, I wasn't doing that. Today we'll be discussing the truth about visitors with a special guest, a doctor of science, respected employee of... This takes a while. Wait, what? He's not coming? Ooh. Uh-oh. How did they steal all of his documents? There are mountains of information there. Okay. Damn it. I knew we wouldn't have been allowed to reveal the truth. Motherfucker. No swearing on the air, chat. That's actually quite bad. Well, let's see. Yeah, we don't look out. Okay, so here's all in the house so far. Where's the kid? So stuffy in here. Do you have a kid with you? Should I just wander off somewhere? Move on. I'm gonna come back to. I'm gonna check the other rooms first. Where's the thingy? Where's the... Tarot girl died? Nice. Okay. Chat, fair warning, I'm about to shoot this lady, so yeah. Look away now, chat. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I know. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm pretty certain it was her. Because she killed the Taro girl. So the Taro girl is gone. Or, well, the kid's gone as well. I'm hoping it's not this guy. Sup, dude? I need to test you. No worries at all. Got you, homie. Teeth. Ha,
If you get
check
those
it.
creepy flashes after shooting, they were a visitor.
Okay, okay. Oh, they're not perfect. I'm not a dentist, but I'd say... No way you're playing this game? Yeah! This is my first time trying it, Noodle. Welcome to the stream. I know nothing about the game, Noodle, so I'm going in like completely... completely blind. Okay, okay. Pop your bottom with one. Okay. Let's see. Leave alone. Let's see. Thank you, Sam, for the follow. We can test other stuff. Need to test you. Just got. Okay, let's see his hands. Yeah. Geocache recently. Dirt, don't sweat it. He does have dirt. Okay. Super baked. See, he's got dirty. He's got. His teeth aren't perfect though. But I'm already assuming he's got red eyes because he's a stoner. Okay. Thank you, Noodle, for the heart meat and the Go Popular. Thank you, Noodle. I appreciate that. Let's go. But he's chill. Yeah, he's chill. He's radical. Or we can still watch TV. Once upon a time, two brothers lived near a dam. The daily splashing of water made river foam like a crisp beverage on a summer day.
Le Bubby.
Later in life, the image of their childhood in mind, two brothers started Bobber Brewery together. One of the visitors fit AF? Oh. Are you on about the weird shirtless guy that's on the cover of the game, Noodle? Because we already saw that guy. Since then, Bobber Cerny has become one of the best-selling beers both at home and in bars. Yeah, okay, bruh. Drink the good stuff, drink it a lot. Oh, that's the beer that's in the house, isn't it? Food delivery. Okay. Can I order food actually? Hang on, let me check my fridge. Oh, okay. That's the dead body.
Weird
Okay.
guy is my hear me out, Jay.
Can I like, because that phone number came up, can I like just sort of, like, yo, was it, oh crap, for rest I think? Can I just use my keypad? No, I have to actually type it out. 2, 8, 6, 9, 7, 2. Let's get some veggies. Hello, you've reached for rest food delivery. Would you like to place an order? One can of
save. Cigarettes replenish all energy. Coffee replenishes one.
What about the 2 cans? Is that just the beer we've already got? 1 can of coffee, please. Order's been accepted. Please expect your delivery by tomorrow night. Okay. What I'll do is I'll use the kombucha and I'll save now because we're doing pretty good. We can always order more later. Okay, saves the game. Ooh, I did not like that drinking animation.
We are putting you in the Labubu.
Okay, don't do that. I don't like the creepy vibes all of a sudden. Oh my god, the house! Next door's house! Which you just painted white, it's now charred blacker
Also,
than black.
you can check yourself in the mirror if you have excess energy.
Okay, I'll see if I can do that tomorrow then, because it's just going to be... It depends who I let in. Worried thoughts swirl in your head, and you overcome a feeling of incomprehension and helplessness. It's on fire? Yeah! Oh, that guy was chill! Is he holding someone's head? The pale, creepy man is standing in the street, smiling. He's holding someone's decapitated head in a helmet. It's the head of a soldier, his face frozen in terrified grimace. Oh, it's the grimace shake! Sorry. You're not sure it's scared of him or the pale visitor or his own pending death. Okay. Can I eat it? No, you cannot eat the human
Happy
head.
birthday, Grimace.
Okay, bruh. entire squad of soldiers that arrived yesterday is dead. Looks like there was a massacre out there. Bodies are scattered across the whole street, and one of them is missing its head. Oh, well, we know where that went. Did that pale, creepy stranger kill them all?
Pale guy, my dream man.
You guys are strange. Good evening. I'm from FEMA. We're making house calls in your neighborhood, checking in with the residents. Why should I trust you? I can show you my credentials, it will put you at ease. Anyway, visitors rarely move in groups, maybe even never. Why are you in protective gear? Should we be wearing that too? How are you going to help us? Okay. I forgot to clock in again. Oh, were you at work? Oh crap, that's not good. I hope you're able to, like, message your boss and get it sorted out then. Jesus. 7 hours? Oh, damn. That's not good then, because if you've... What's it called? If you've not been able to clock in, then... You should probably get that sorted, actually. First order of business is collecting more data to send to FEMA HQ. Once we do, the bit will develop a sustainable response procedure. Okay, I hope everything ends up being all good. What game is it this time? We're playing Hello, I'm Not Human. Hello, Game with Glitch. Hello. Right now, you just need to stay calm. So what happens next? I'll take one person. We'll run tests to make sure they're okay and determine if it's safe for them to continue to live in the area. Verify that they're human too, of course. Do I need to pack? Is this your house? Then no. Stay with the other residents. If you need to evacuate, we'll let you know. Okay. How's it going? Hell, it's not... Wait, did I say the right thing? I do apologize, I got it. No, I'm not human. Okay, that's it. No, I'm not human. Okay, I got very wrong. Okay. Oops. No, stay with the other residents. We'll just take one person and be on our way. Have a good night. Oh no. Oh, there goes the radical guy. Oh no, we don't have anyone. Oh no. That you grabbed the hydrate. That was our only guy. That was our only guy, man. Because the tall guy only sticks around if we're alone. Pale guy might not visit. What if he does, though? Imagine this happening. Okay, I don't need to imagine this happening IRL. Okay. Hi. Okay, it's the delivery driver. Accept delivery. Here you go, coffee. Have a good day, I mean, night. Still not used to that. I got a Steam achievement for the coffee. Oh, there's the... Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, that's the other kid. Hi, let me in. What happened? My dad. They killed my dad. Who did? Visitors came to the house. They were sitting with us. I was talking about something, and they killed him. Now our house is on fire. Come in, okay. You'll help me? Okay.
W voice acting.
Thank you, yeah. I'm a great... Now, okay, the what's it called? The soothsayer said that we need to let the cat in, but can we accept the cat but not her? You open or not? Do you know the bald man? Too many questions. Yes, I know. I will help you. Who are you? I dance. Ballet, can you tell? The ballet dancers on the TV. Is this connected? You remind me of someone. Do I? Sure. Tell me more. What? Strange thing to say. Scottish fold. It looks like it. Yeah. Prove that you're a person. 2 arm, 2 leg, 1 head. Not enough for you. Did I pass the test? You open or no? Come in. I'm letting myself home here. Come on, kitty. Time to run and enjoy. Okay. See, your humble abode is the farthest one out with your child. I believe it'll suit me just fine. Oh, he's got a cheeky smile. I don't know about that. Hello, Purple. Welcome to the stream. Suit you for what? Lord have mercy. Am I speaking plainly, am I not? For hiding away my child. I wish to stay here. Since we're speaking on a matter, allow me to inquire as to your amenities. Do you have holy icons, I assume? Also require Complete silence for prayer and contemplation. It isn't just a hotel. Oh, thank heavens! We'll never figure that out if you didn't inform me. Simply trying to find out if your hovel is worth it of my humble self. I cannot abide filth. That's too much to ask for, child. Fine, come in. And who prays tell that mass, that goddess cat lady? Well, life wouldn't be enough to see. Banish them, you should be blessed, child. You should leave. Lord have mercy. Precious chance at salvation, yet you refuse? For shame. My death will weigh heavily on your soul. Mark my words. When you stand before our Lord, you will remember this. I think, is that it?
That's really Christian phobic of you, Oratitan.
Right, okay. Well, the priest wanted to kick out the other one. Am I wrong for not wanting to have someone kicked out based on the... Right, can the cat be a visitor or
That
not?
will
Because
happen. People will ask for you to kick others out. You have to choose. Don't banish the Orthodox nun.
is the cat? Can the cat be a visitor? Because like, it doesn't look all there, you know. What do you do in this game? You need to find out who's fake and who's real, I guess, if that makes sense. Right.
Cats can't.
Okay, they can't be visitors. Good afternoon, you're watching the news. Due to a sharp increase in suspected visitor sightings, FEMA announced that it's enacting a new protection measures. Effective immediately, a full quarantine will be forced across all major population areas. My cat does not look like that, bruh. Travel outside your city or to nearby villages is strictly prohibited. Please stay within your designated area. In addition, FEMA has revealed a new visitor identification procedure. Hairless armpits. Okay. FEMA reports that visitors have no visible hair in this area, making it a useful identification tool. The agency is asking citizens to bear with the test and comply with escorts to quarantine zones. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Next up, report what you can do if you spot a visitor. As an Orthodox Christian... Oh, listen. That's not my fault. Oh, yeah, it was like this, wasn't it? What if there's the off chance there is no radio today? Oh shit, I've missed out, haven't I? Got no one to talk to? Why does this sound like Crazy Dave? Okay, no, I'm not checking the armpits on stream. You guys are actual freaks. Jesus.
You have to sometimes, though.
Okay. Yeah, we got Crazy Dave on speed dial. Forgot we killed someone earlier. Children's Day. She's also purple. Oh, look at the cat. It's... That's a person. That pet the cat. Okay.
The purple doesn't matter, just art style.
Okay. Okay. No one in there. No one in there. Am I crazy? Is it just
If
the...
you buy him cat food, he will protect your guests.
He protects, like, from the creatures?
Yes.
Okay. See, now... Be sure of something. Hands. She's got the cat scratches, but Jesus. Hello, Freddy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. I don't think they're dirty. I can't really tell here. Kitty. And hand and ass. Leave alone.
Cat looks like UFRFR.
Bruh. Okay. Just need to know how flippin' peak you are. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Shoot her? I can't look at her for more than 4 seconds? That's insane! That's actually insane! The cat lady, okay. Teeth. Okay. What's it mean? Everything okay? Leave alone. Doesn't make it any better. Yeah, that doesn't make it any better. Like, let's check ourselves. Shoot her. Why are we? Just because she looks a bit strange doesn't mean we need to like shoot her. Listen, just because she looks a bit strange and speaks a bit strange doesn't mean
a visitor.
The cat's not a visitor. Get her out of my sight. Okay. Get rid of her. Okay, what do we test then? Teeth. Let's see. Okay. Okay. You guys might have been right, but that's not the point here, okay? You guys might have been right, but... Use the bones for an xylophone. Okay. What is conscience? Okay, you know. Haha, shoot the gun! Shoot them. That's what she wants. Ooh, wait, what? Never thought she would favor a big idiot. It had the flash at this. Okay. Was that always there? Are these potatoes? I don't remember this
Feed her to the
being.
cat.
I'm not feeding her to the cat, you gremlins. I'm just gonna... What requires the ballet dance? I don't know. Find all the potatoes from the famine went. FEMA suggests the visitor phenomenon may be infectious. Ooh! Undisclosed biological threat. For this reason, it's critical to report any potential visitors and isolate them immediately. Can't hand over a visitor to the quarantine, issue them a special request. Genetics collection round. Police will take anyone who has a paper for examination. Okay. I have to go for a few minutes? Okay, I'll see you around then. That's all for now. Okay, we can order cat food, can't we? I'm still really confused with that. Okay, 2, 8, 6, 9, 7, 2. Okay. Ready? Oh. Ah, damn it. Crap. Let's call our neighbor. He's dead, but like 606. Can we call FEMA to pick up the body, or is that what we do? Let's call phone roulette. 891533. What's phone roulette? Oh, reached out phone roulette. Connect you with a perfect conversation partner. Please hold. Hi, hello. Hello. I need to talk to someone. So much has happened recently. I tried reaching out to friends and people I know, but nobody answers. Then I found out about phone roulette. Maybe it's not the best place for me
Or as a
to be
visitor,
pouring my
can we shoot him?
heart, but I don't have too much of a choice. I know it's not right to burden a stranger with my problems, but you have no idea how much just talking to someone will help me. It made me feel so much better. Would you mind listening to me? Okay. Thank you so much, thank you. I think it might be a bit easier if I tell you a little about myself. Anything in particular you would like to know? Where do you live? Far from home, unfortunately. I was trying to escape the heat and looked for the coldest place I could find. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and the cold cuts right to the bone. Nothing grows here. Not even grass. It's a relatively safe place, miles from anywhere. But if there's a cold spot in the 9th circle of hell, then this place isn't so bad by comparison. It's funny, I used to hate the cold, but now it feels like a blessing. I want to believe that the sun will calm down and this will all be over, but I'm losing faith in a happy ending. What happens when the sun stops burning? The visitors might never disappear. They could replace our friends and loved ones and we wouldn't even know. I bought Hotel Transylvania. Oh, that's pretty epic. Fade noodles to the cat. Ooh. Hello, Cecil. Hello. Stalker, bruh. Visitors might never disappear. Okay. Do you miss your hometown? I miss them. Not so much the city, but the people who stayed. Most of all, my best friend. He wanted to come with me, but couldn't. I promised him we'd keep in touch and that I would call him, but I think he was in love with me, you know? He cared about me so much, always supportive, always ready to listen. Eventually I realised we liked each other.
Pet
I
the
wanted him
kitty
to
or we
confess
rebel
his feelings
against you.
first, but I guess he just couldn't find the right moment. And then the cataclysm started, and there wasn't any time for that anymore. I regret not telling him first. Well, you know a little about me. Now it's your turn. Okay, door knocking. Okay. How is the where do you live convo starter with a stranger? It works, I guess. Okay, I'll pet the cat after the conversation. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not used to talking about myself. Don't be shy. I'm ready to listen. I'm lonely. My father, I hated him. I'm no longer a part of that family. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Now all I have is this damn house. I'm sorry. It sounds like you're not too thrilled about the house you ended up with you. Pretty much. Let everyone inside? Okay, that's gonna be like the bad idea. That's gonna get me killed. Can't imagine what you went through. Hey, thanks again for talking to me. Goodbye. Stay strong, okay? Well, that was interesting. Time to go pet the cat. Dude, that's an actual person just doing a meow. Extremely tired? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brandon. I hope you managed to get some rest then, at least. How do I put the cat down? Okay, that's kind of funny.
Talking about people going meow, can you, Ori?
I will not be doing that, no. You'll have to send a galaxy if you want that. You don't seem very happy with the kitty. I mean, look at it. Oh, there's an aurora. Let's go. You're looking at the ruins of your neighbour's house. Happy family lived there until recently, and only a ghostly shell remains. A strange feeling overwhelms you. If you knew this was coming, as if death was coming to that house, oh so very soon. Dun dun dun. Galaxy coming in the next 10 minutes, bruh. Oh, I thought the cat was dead there. Oh, I got really scared, dude. He put the head on the pole? He's a human skull decorating at the stake, still wearing the helmet. Oh my god. Okay. FEMA officials inspect the site of recent massacre. They're taking out the dead soldiers' equipment and weapons to prevent looting. Probably didn't expect
Cat or
Pelvis or
Nero?
civilians.
Choose.
And Nero. Jesus Christ, Noodle, Jesus. Yeah, I'd pick Nero. Nero's good. Okay. Well, now there's a few more body bags. Okay. Let's see. Please don't. Good evening. I'm with FEMA. We're running around a team. Okay. Don't worry, it won't take long. When will you return the person you took? Return? So our team's already been here. After screening, there's a mandatory quarantine period. They'll be staying with us for a while. So they'll be sent back from the quarantine zone. Fine, there's another way. Don't worry, procedures are demanding, yes, but allow them time to rest.
Can
Once
we
the test.
execute
Oh, okay. We've just let the kids. See, what if these aren't real? If you're unable to immediately transfer, parents slip. Okay, that was not good. Oh Jesus. So you're still holed up here, I see. What do you think of that guy, the one in the suit? He's just doing his job. Times are rough lately. Just one thing after another, am I right? Maybe the suits will restore order. Or should we take matters into our own hands? Doing what I can. What exactly can you do? Can you ward off death? Stop the floods, the fires, the decay? The only thing you can stop is our heartbeat. Listen, you alone? Are we alone, chat? I don't think we are. Oh shit, we're alone. Oh no. I'm alone. We have the little girl. The little girl got taken away because they're doing the tests. The little girl's not here. Oh crap. I'm alone. So you ended up all by your lonesome. Didn't work out for you. It didn't work out with anyone. Shame. I'll just slip in real quick and have a little parting gift for you. Use the gun! Use the gun! Congrats on ending. Okay, that's lovely. Jesus. Why didn't you lie? Because he could hear the whispers last time. I wanted to see what happens. Everyone avoids it like a dark omen. The cat? Oh yeah, the cat didn't do much, did it? More rumors swirl the number of those who were called home. Noodle, you need to chill, bruh. Try and chill a bit. The house, just like final trace of its owner, had been lost to time.
But Noodle is right.
Yeah, but maybe word it in a more friendlier way. Okay. Homeowner simply vanished, they never existed at all. Everything that belonged to him is lost, worn away and forgotten. You need to not be alone to win? Pretty much, yeah. Against that guy, at least. Okay. He kills you. Okay. Oh. Once death finds you, proof you never exists. Oh. I still don't like how he looks. He's very ominous. Well,
Basically, never tell him you're alone.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Keep that in mind. This game seems amazing. It's pretty cool, to be fair. It actually is a pretty cool horror game. I'm really enjoying it. Yes, I'm alone. Let him in. I got one of the achievements, yes. We did save, but I think it was like a couple days beforehand. Is it pre-cat? It's pre-cat. Ah, crap. Okay. Should buy more computer. Yeah, we'll need to do that next, won't we? Okay. Oh, but it's different, so... Oh, the stoner's back. Does that mean the cat's like... Okay. Yeah, there's the massacre. I'll get to you in a minute. Okay, yeah. Oh, look at that. He's holding the dead guy. Whoopie-doo. Nothing we haven't seen before. Yeah. I didn't even make use of the coffee I had, now I think about it. Oh no, the house is on fire. Who could have seen this coming? Oh no. Okay, Jesus. Really persistent. Good evening.
Pale
Are you
Man has
alone?
lupus and I'm Dr. House.
Dr. House? Jesus. Of course not. My squad split up in a few smaller groups so we could cover more ground. Just make extra time. How are you going to help us? Right now, you just need to stay calm. So what happens next? Take one person. Yes. Okay. Have a reason. Worry about it. Yeah, there goes the stoner guy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me in. What happened? My dad, they killed. Who did?
Wait, I think the FEMA guy is a visitor.
Come on, okay. Yeah, this is when the cat came in last time. Yeah, you open it up. Do you know the bald man? Okay. Who are you? You're running with someone. I don't think you're human, so what? Want to see me dance? Maybe I dance. I'm a ballerina. Come in. Okay. Female camp visitor. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go for a bit now, make some food. Okay, I'll see you around then. Kitty hates. Aww, Kitty hates cold. Okay. Okay. Accept delivery. How's your new life treating you, baby? Okay. Managed to adapt yet? I was still with me to ask. You do live here, after all. You look unusual. So you noticed. Thanks. Do you like it, baby? Okay, this is very questionable. People keep remarking on my looks lately, even more than they used to. Not too much of a talker, are you? Tell me more about yourself. I used to pray my father would drop dead. Is that enough? Did you grow up with him? Okay, gee, that's awful. Guys behind you. Letting go of anger is hard. Forgiveness is even harder. You guys need to chill out. I'm not. Oh my god. Feel the same. Here, talk about it if you want to. Okay, that's just. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna get me killed. Okay. That's gonna get me killed. That actually is gonna get me killed. Okay, I think
She's
this
not
is
as fine as pale guy though.
Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Dude, I'm gonna be dead, and it's gonna be your guys' fault because you guys were so obsessed with the quote-unquote huzz. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay! Do I need to... I don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna, like... hide all of this.
I
okay.
don't see anything, DW. Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's fine, chat. I got really worried all of a sudden there. You don't understand, chat. I got really worried there.
Mommy.
Oh my god. Due to a sharp increase in suspected visitor sightings. Okay, yeah, it's the new thing we had last time. Okay. Yeah, it's the same one we saw already.
I wouldn't have recommended this game if you did see anything.
Okay, that's fair, that's fair.
Mia.
Hello, Henry. You've joined at a really bad time, yeah. You've joined at a bad time. Okay.
I'm Ace and very disgusted by that stuff, so...
That's fair then, yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, we already know you're a thingy. Teeth. Ugh.
Wait, Ori, get her angry first.
Oh, crap. I didn't... Ooh! I didn't like that face! I saw it. I do apologize. You need your cat? No, the cat's still here. Too late. I do apologize. That was really badly timed, yeah. Or myself a Chinese? Alright. That's nice then. I hope you enjoy it. Lobster, chill, dude. You need to chill. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, we can... I don't think we can order any more food, can we? 8, 6, 9, 7, 2. Okay. Don't worry about it, Kyle. Don't worry about it. It's not that kind of game, okay? It is not that kind of game. Something on your mind? I need to test you, okay. Teeth. There's a slight gap in the teeth, so I think she might be human. Pull out gun. Pull out gun.
You can test multiple stuff on one person.
Chill out. Okay. Okay, let's test her again. Let's test. I need to test you. We've only got one more left. Eyes. Even if she's a visitor, keep her. Okay, well, it doesn't have red eyes. Hold on. She's human. She does seem human. Hello, Bubble. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. Do we have the coffee still? Oh yeah, we've got a can of coffee. Welcome to the stream. We're playing No, I'm Not Human. That's it. Oh, that increases my thing for next time. Okay. If someone dies, chat, I'm blaming you guys. Down all the beers? I think that's a rotting corpse. I think that's a rotting corpse, chat. I think that was a...
Cigarettes replenish all your energy for one day.
A cigarette, okay. If that's the body, then... the girl must have been the... She's alive. Is she? Because, like... she doesn't look alive. I don't know about that, dude. Yes, she is? Okay. I'm gonna take your word. There's the Aurora, okay. She just does that? She's just straight, okay. Oh, there's the spike on the thing. Should be dead? Okay. Let's see. Good evening, I'm with FEMA. When we return the person you took? Return? Okay. Not interested in these tests. You misunderstand. It's not choice. Oh no! The Huzz is being taken away. Soon it'll be over. Oh no. I spent £200 today? Jesus. Well, chat, we've lost the Huzz. We've got the Huzz back, chat. We have the Huzz. Okay, I don't know how I feel about him. Okay, this is not the Huzz? What do you mean? Blessing, what do you say? Okay. Doing what I can. Can you ward off death? Okay, yeah, I've got someone here. Listen, you alone? Not alone. Why? My dogs survive here. Understand what I mean? Yes? Things will never go back to the way they were. Life changed. You're falling out with them. Next time we meet, things will be interesting. Well, he's gone. High key has. Okay, don't say that again. Wonderful. The cat's with you. What to do with the one brought is for you to decide. Oh, I like how as soon as we mention the cat, Kyle comes into the chat and says meow. That's crazy. One for you to decide. How do you know about the cat? I see further than most. A gift was given. Don't see all, but you know what waits further down path you walk? Something terrible comes to meet you. You're not the cause, yet you'll feel its touch all the same. Perhaps they'll mention it in the radio. Will you listen? Is that okay, Kieran? You can't say it on the stream, Jesus. What's going to happen? Can't say more. I've already said too much. Okay. I just locked myself at the house? Okay, that's not my fault. Treat this as advice if you wish, but for 2 days yonder, testing portends doom. First came here, I felt something strange. Now I feel the same besides what. I think we're on the right path. Hope to see you again soon. Okay. Oh, this guy looks homeless. I don't like homeless people. Hey kid, how are things holding up around your neck of the woods? I ain't from around here. Never been one to stay in one spot too long. I can't roam around like I used to, no more. Age will do that to you, son. Why are you traveling?
You seen what those visitors doing? House after house. Someone dead, someone torn apart. They pretend to be one of us, then slip inside our homes, and all hell breaks loose. Vermont needs to be wiped out. The vermin needs to be wiped out, every last one. You wanna hunt the visitors? Aren't you doing the same thing?
Bro Loki says, where's Omni-Man?
Bruh. Now you ain't a fool, kid. But hell, if I'm just gonna shoo him away, let one go, I'll be right back to tear your goddamn throat out. Ain't getting a second chance with these crafty varmints. I trust him. Knew you weren't soft. Got some backbone.
What happened if they took the Huzz? Yeah, they took the Huzz. Why were you clipping the stream, bruh? Okay. Hey, you on the other side of the door. I can hear your footsteps. Mind if I crash here for the night? Why are you so cheerful? There's enough anger out there already. Yeah, times are tough, but there's still so much worth fighting for. Next generation, art, the joy of life itself. If we keep telling ourselves it'll be okay, then hey, maybe things will get a little easier. What's there to be happy about? There's plenty of reasons, but I can't tell you what should make you happy. What did you used to love doing before all this happened? Try to remember what brought you joy. We can't allow ourselves to wallow in despair, now more than ever. I trust him. Thank you, Louise, for the "you're awesome." Thank you for the "you're awesome." Hope you remember what it's like to feel joy, because it's your last day. Maybe then, death won't be the only thing on your mind. Thank you, Victor, for the 3 basking balls. We do love the basking balls. Okay, I think this might be it for the night. Yeah, I think so. Well. Bro's little bundle of sunshine, yeah. Oh yeah, the kid's crying. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, the Huzz is gone. This is so sad, chat. Emergency broadcast! Wildfires now sweeping across forested regions. Experts now believe abnormally high solar activity is to be the blame. While the full scale of the disaster remains unclear, fire crews from nearby cities have been deployed to contain the blaze. Despite the fires, visitors continue to terrorize.
So if you finish the game again, you can try that.
Okay. You have to take care of the hotel? Kinda, it's your own house. You're taking care of your own house, and like, you're letting people in or not if you trust them, and you're helping them survive. FEMA has announced a new identifying sign to aid the public in their fight against the visitors. Aurora film photography. Dark patches in the captured image are a strong indicator that subject may be a visitor. Ooh. Okay. Stay calm and remain indoors during daylight hours. Up next, a word from our sponsors. God, they really... The man on the radio, that's it. Oh, look at the cat.
Okay, so this is a little confusing. Anything black in a pic means visitor.
Okay.
When's Huzz coming back? We miss her already.
Okay, I don't know about that. Code 51 reports explosions at 3 PM. Okay. Do a cat impression? Meowing costs money, you know? Cough cough, a galaxy, cough cough.
That cat is ugly as hell.
Okay, don't bully the cat. It's not worth a galaxy. Okay, fine. A money gun. Acknowledged. Stand by for reinforcements. Okay.
You said just look at it like 15 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, the pinching cheeks gift. I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, the cat is cute.
That's Tiger Wood. Why is his legs green? Okay, no one's dead. This is good. This is good. It's just the art style of the game. It's just the art style of the game, pal. No one's like... Oh, isn't the basement have people? Or is it just like this for the sake of it? Why did that one get taken? It was taken by the testers. Okay. I need to test you. Hands, let's see. Here. His hands look clean. Leave alone. What about... Where's eyes? Okay. I need to test you. Oh no, let's do the photo now. Alrighty. Okay, okay. That looks normal. Leave alone. Crap, I can only test 2 more. Oh, this guy's... Aura farming? Yeah. Photo. I ain't doing it. So that wasted a photograph, okay. Oh my god, she actually done it. Oh my god. Oh, I was just joking. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Meow! Thank you, Bubble, for the money gun. Meow. It's times like these where I feel shame. That was weak. That's my best meow, okay. Okay, no, don't clip it, Henry, for
Hey,
Christ's
can you
sake.
walk the cat real quick?
He walks the cat, okay. Let's do a photograph again. Let's see. Okay, no dark spot. Or guess what? Let me guess, you're recording it. Is that? Okay, yeah. He's, oh my god, no, again. Oh my god, what? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I guess that's, what, 3 in total I need to do now? Meow! Thank you, Bubble, for the money gun again. Meow! I've just watched a name pop up in chat. Revan, I do apologise, dude. It's one of those streams. I'm gonna be honest. I do apologise, man. I know you're not a big fan of this stuff. Gotta let you know in advance. Okay. Okay, now for Hell Never. Listen, man, I'm giving you a heads up, okay? At least appreciate that. Okay, now's your cue to leave, I guess. Anyway, it's time for Victor's one. Do I? Meow! Thank you, Victor, for the galaxy. Meow! Is this a dedicated cat stream? No, it's the horror game we're playing. Okay, yeah, the cat's purring. Okay, so everyone's just clipped it. Noodles clipped it. A bunch of people on Twitch have just clipped it. You should pay. Okay, I'm not playing Battle Cats. Oh, look, guys. Hey, there we go. We got the. My family watch these streams. My family watch these streams sometimes, right? You know that, right? Hang on, let me just double check. Okay, no. Sometimes my granny watches these streams, okay? So that's why I get worried sometimes when I do this shit, because, you know, my family watch these streams, and how do I explain this to them? Thank you for the follow, I do appreciate the follow there. Oh my god, dude. Hello there, Evan. We're playing a horror game today called, No, I'm Not Human. That's the game we're playing today.
I recorded all of that, by the way.
Oh, you see a woman crying over her dead, wounded husband. Can't tell if she's... Oh, yeah. Okay.
Gonna sleep to it tonight.
That's like, bruh. Honestly, Ori Titan on Cameo when? That would be a genius idea. I should open up a Cameo account so people get their own personalized meows. Ooh, there's a soldier. Path along the field is littered with the bodies of those who tried to run. A female officer. He holds a rifle, smoke still drifting from the barrel. So the officers just gunned down a bunch of people. Oh, panicked people rush to nearby houses. They bang on doors, desperate for shelter. Seems no one's willing to let them in. Open a Patreon, okay. Personalized meow center TMs? What does that mean? Bruh. Man. I think people really... What's it called? Let's just open the door. Let's just open the door. Oh! Witness the beginning of the end. Oh my god, the house is on fire. Why, hello there, dear boy. Who are you? Oh, ho, ho. Oh, it actually is Santa! It's Santa. Just an old coot who knows a thing or two about mushrooms. Oh, okay, he does magic mushrooms. Never mind me right now. Mycelium told me something very troubling. Okay. Yeah, we're playing No, I'm Not Human. That is correct. Mushroom Festival is upon us, and time, my dear boy, is slipping through our fingers. So please listen carefully and heed my words well. Mycelium? From Minecraft? Yes, I know it's hard to find ordinary folks to understand, but they speak in their own strange way. Mycelium is how mushrooms talk to one another. I learned to hear them by studying the Books of Smiles. What they told me last, well, let's just say it's not good. They spoke about the Mushroom Festival drawing near, and that, my dear boy, is no good at all. No, no, no. Book of Smiles? It's a special book, the most special in the world. In fact, it'll tell you what must be done. But I'm afraid there's no time to read it all. It's a big book, and time's not on our side. So I just tore out the most important pages. Here, my boy, take them. Alright, I'll take the damn pages of the Book of Smiles. There's a good lad. Give them a read when you have the quiet moment, won't you? Now then, I must be off. I'll be back once you've gotten everything sorted. Let's get a move on. I bid you a good day, good health, great joy, and plenty of smiles, my dear boy. Toodle-doo. Well, that was a lovely interaction there. Oh, how am I getting those pings? Oh. Okay. Is that it? No one else come in? Okay. How do we... Is there like an inventory button? How do we read the... Did you not invite... He didn't ask for us to be invited. He just wanted us to thingy the thing. What's it called? Oh, there it is. Today the world is built anew, and in the basement, mushroom grew. Towered high, and the time is nigh. To eat whole, one would try. To welcome guests, it's not for strong. The mushroom stands, tall, long, under the tree of apple can you rest. She'll feed you with her sweet fruits best. The day will come when one must kneel before the mushroom's mighty peel. While on the clock the hand shall climb. Make haste, my friend, there is no time. I went to edit the video of you. Oh, of course you did. Okay. Why me? Why me? Ooh. We interrupt this program with breaking news. Reports of civil unrest are coming from the neighboring city. Due to unresolved circumstances, FEMA forces have sealed off the area. Please remain in your homes. Stay where you are and wait further instructions. And remember, support FEMA and join the fight against visitors. That's the latest for now. Next up, some ads. Up, a special report on the nature of visitors. Okay. Yeah. Aw. So we're from the outskirts, okay. Okay. Are shooting at anyone trying to leave, okay. Try and get out of here. What's the Discord name? If you want to join the Discord, it's discord.gg/OriTitan. Okay. Let's see. I think this guy's safe, at least. These two are safe. We didn't invite anyone in, did we? Okay.
IDMED the VEED9.
Okay, I'll check that out after stream then. 972. Okay. For delivery, would you like to place an order? Cigarettes. Oh, but what about the cat food? Oh, get the cat food. The cat's more important.
Cat
I don't have
food
any-
important.
I don't have any kombucha though, that's the only downside, so if we die now then we're toast. Let's see if we can talk to the... I haven't talked to this guy yet. Stay sharp, any one of us could be a visitor. What's your story? Got me a beer? Yes, give me a beer. That'll do, kid. Like I said, I was holed up in the cabin, keeping myself to myself. Then one day, this fella showed up, desperate. Starts banging on the door, begging me to let me in. I ain't gonna let Cuckoo in just yet. He was pale and shaken up, like he'd seen death itself. No clue how he got that deep into the woods. Hello Hydra, welcome to the stream. We're playing, No I'm Not Human today. Welcome though, welcome. Didn't look like no hiker I've seen before. I told him to beat it. Tried to break the window, I told him I had a rifle and sent out a varmint running. Peered out as last I saw of him. And then what? I should never see a hair or hide of him again, but later he found me. But I'll save that tale for another time. Fine. Okay. Where's the other guy? Is it through here? Or no, is it through here? This guy looks sad. Everything's gonna be okay. Have you always been like this? You know, not always. I used to be pretty angry at people, at the world, at myself. I'd snap over nothing, slam doors so hard I'd crack the frame. But at some point I realised all anger does is destroy. True. First on the inside, then everything else around you. One time, I lashed out at someone who just only wanted to help me. Now, he's just gone. The moment I broke something on me, I had to change or destroy everything I touched. So I learned to let it go, to breathe, to make peace, and that's how I got here. How are you both today? I'm doing pretty good today. This game is quite, insane. It's quite scary and spooky, but I'm enjoying it. I have a bruise on my... I don't know what that means, Noodle. I don't know what that means. I learned to let it go, breathe, make peace, and that's how I got here. I can DM you. Okay, bruh. Not the... Okay. How is the game scary? Well, it's got like a scary vibe to it. You can't deny that. Oh, it means? I don't... Oh! The mushrooms! Don't know what a touche is? I do not. Oh, I think I've just ate that. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Oh, right. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Noodle. I hope it heals up soon. I don't want to sleep right now. I'm full of energy. We could always check them, I guess. Okay, I need to test you. Teeth. Okay. Let's check myself. Teeth. Okay, I don't like this chat. Those look like perfect teeth, I'd say. Eyes. Okay. Eyes are normal. Or eyes look fine. Hands. Okay. Self. See, that's what I've been. Oh no, I don't know. We got killed by that, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, could possibly be some sort of like ending where it's like, ooh, by the way, you were actually a visitor this whole time. Ooh. Group of evicted stand by your neighbours around the house. They're in shock, whispering among themselves. They want to take shelter there. Is there any place to hide from all this? Any place in the world? One of us passed out. Oh, a assault rifle. Looks completely insane. His jacket's covered in torn out teeth, eyes, and who knows what else. Hard to make out from here. What if they're trophies? What if he kills not for defense but for sport? Ooh. Whatever your case, there's hope to your enemy. True that. True that. Oh, wait, there's one more window, isn't there? Okay. Okay. Okay, there's someone hanging. Okay. Okay. God, it's just like the fucking Logan Paul video all over again. Oh, okay, we got delivery. Accept delivery. Have a good night.
I love you.
Hello, required. Hello. Finally, some kind of shelter. What happened to your eyes? I saw something unspeakable. I won't dare describe it. Doesn't mind. Thanks. It's probably burned in the darkness. Trouble my soul. Trust me, if you've seen it, you've done the same. What did you see? You mean the pale man? Do you think a pale man is all that would take me? Rip my eyes out from their sockets? Oh no, there's something far worse out here. Oh my god. Did you mod your 360 yet? No, I've not done that yet. I've not had the chance to, I think. Something's not right with them. Better find another place. Ooh. Okay, okay. You should leave. Leave. Don't go near charred bodies at night, or it will come for you. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay. What else did you find? Exactly do you need? Okay, yeah. Prepare telling straight away. The rats in your walls? Okay.
It's Emperor Palpatine.
It kind of looks like that, yeah. It's in a hotel? Okay, yeah. Come in. Let's see, who else? Now, I know we're not supposed to judge appearances here, but like, can you let me in, pal? What happened to you? Got caught in the midday sun while putting out forest fires. I'm the only one left from my squad. I have a slot machine. Welcome back. Okay. The boss just wouldn't let me leave. Now they're on shift eternally. Why aren't you at a hospital? Hospital? There are no more hospitals, pal. When the visitors came, no point of hospitals went up in smoke. Hard to get treatment if you can't trust who's treating you. There's cough. No helping me now. We're better off putting out these fires and dying out here than with my buddies. Much time left anyway. Come in. Thanks, pal.
You have to cough.
I don't know if I can do a good cough. It's mandates, huh? Oh, wait. Oh, crap. What do the mandates mean? Oh, no. I don't remember now. Crap. Does the mandate mean, like, innocent? Or... Okay.
Can I hear your last meow?
Giving that slip to someone makes them get taken away when FEMA shows up.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, dude. I don't like this. I'm gonna go to bed and everyone's gonna be dead.
In case you don't want to gamble on losing someone you like.
Okay, okay. We got a FEMA slip from him. He gave us one of the slips. Good afternoon, this is the news. Bring you an important update. I'm cozy in bed, let's hope I don't fall asleep again. Oh. There's an imposter in the house. There's an imposter among. Oh yeah, we've lost energy. Crap. Recent incident unfolded in the city. Seems like one of the city's quarantine zones came under attack from an armed individual. It's unknown. Okay. Also, skip quarantine zone. Ooh. What? Silence, the harbinger of death. Sinister quiet that drains the soul. But worse, the emptiest this rain. Okay. Oh. Oh, bugs. Bugs in their ears? Oh, God. Where visitors thrive. Okay. Okay. Corpse disposal. Okay. Let's see. They're alive? Who's died then? I didn't like him anyway. Well... Don't say that, Rab. That's just too weird. Well, I'm kind of... I already know who it might be. Do we test the ears? Dude, the eyes are glowing! The eyes are glowing! Chat, get ready, we're about to shoot, so, look away now. How are you doing? So goddamn hot. I wanna test you. What can we test? Yeah, because his teeth are gonna be ruined. Okay, we can't check his ears. Leave it alone. Let's do one more test. Photo. When you said dark spots, Victor, was that on the body or like around the aura? Because this... That is a really dark spot. That's pretty much black up there. Black aura. Okay, so the aura's around him. Okay. That's like kinda greeny, but also quite dark. I'm just gonna assume this is the right thing. Imposters among us. If anything, even if it's not him, we're putting him out of his misery. Okay, that wasn't a Venice. I thought that was. I thought the aura was dark around him. I thought that was. Okay, I thought that was. I was following the advice, bro. Okay, I thought. Okay, well, we got an achievement at least. Misidentify the visitor. Can I say he's human? Oh yeah, I guess so. Wouldn't you agree, cat? He's in a better place. That's true, yeah. If you're sus of someone but don't want to kill them, you can give them a FEMA slip. Feed the cat some canned food. Ooh. Why does it look like I'm eating it? Okay, you sleep peacefully, son. Okay. Talk to the girl. There's the little girl over here. I think she's safe, though. Why? It's okay here, but I wish I was at home. Like, how you go home? Your house burnt. Well, Daddy's okay, right? What about my... Okay, is there anyone else
Giving
left?
cat food, make sure no one dies that night.
Okay, so that's guaranteed safe. Bodies that you don't clean up are evil dudes, yeah. So if bodies are in a bag, that's innocent. We should stay here for now. Okay. Yeah, we can't look outside, can we? Oh well, we're safe for the night. Yeah, knocking on the door. Give us a minute. Group of evicted. Okay, so people set up a base. Okay, they're in the basement. Ooh, wild dogs. Okay. It's better not to go, so yeah. Oh my god. Carrying belongings to female officers. Okay. Are they in quarantine zones? Moving to former residents' homes? They're hanging a welcome sign off of the guy. Oh my god. That is grim, dude. Hello. We're requiring more test subjects. Bring back the ones you took. You're in no position to make demands. Done nothing but try to get away.
The sign now looks like a welcome sign.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a welcome sign. Reason I had to wipe out visitor colony. Oh, this would be no more need for FEMA. So let's do our job. Have to hand over someone to you again? Yes. This time we'll need 2. Oh god, no. We've got the cat, we're safe, right? Fine, if it helps. Thank you for understanding. Look at the kid crying, dude. Oh my god. Oh,
Cat
that's
only
quite
saves
tragic.
from visitors.
The tall guy's a visitor, though. Oh my. Ooh. Yes, your house is perfect. I can feel it. Yes, and it's mine. That is correct. Death is everywhere. Some were burned, some dragged out, and some executed. Death's taken a liking to you, I guess. You look like some kind of cultist freak. Perhaps I do. Is that such a bad thing? It's my shroud. There'll be need of it once I die. This way, there'll be no need to find cloth to wrap our dead. We don't believe in salvation, not unless it comes from death herself. She's already near. We're simply helping her cross the threshold. So what do you want? We must perform the brutal rites anew. House perfect for yes. Death influence is strong here. What's been happening here anyway? In any case, protect them. Complete your tasks. Sounds like tall order. It is a tall order. The road to purpose never one easily travelled. Do you not long for peace? A world where no one is a burden to any other? Watch over my people, and remember, if one of them dies, your house will be reduced to nothing. Ooh. Alas, there's no other way. Then I'll just shoot you all. You think we a few are carried to the torch of our faith? Others will come. While you sleep, they'll douse the walls in gasoline and strike a match. Even if you survive the blaze, your house will be gone. Where will you run? So perhaps let them stay. Yes? I doubt they should take very long. I don't like... Okay, that guy's got an AK. Hello, weirdo I am. Hello. Keeping your distance, huh? Good. That improves your odds of survival, unless you're a visitor. Hello, Make Tender. Welcome to the stream. Who are you? Someone isn't here to clean up the filth. My neighborhood's dealt with. Don't need to know about nothing else about me. Let me guess. Is that a broom in your hands? Huh. It's a funny way of looking at it. Sure, it's a broom. I could sweep away the filth with my bare hands, but this makes it easier. Most effective way, though? Lock them up in a house and torch it. Anyone who's feeling sorry for visitors, might as well be one. So why are you here? Hold it. You already asked your questions, now I'll ask mine. Anything going on in this neighborhood? Any threats we should keep an eye out for? FEMA's been taking out people. Okay. Would you usually turn up to your friend's house with an AK-47? Yes. Okay, yes. I do. That is true. Half-naked visitor annihilated an entire patrol. Just one? Half-naked? So he wasn't wearing any protective armor? Interesting. You actually saw him? Yeah, I believe you did. You don't talk about someone who's habit of spreading rumors. Got my attention. I'll be back again. Help me! I've been shot. Not gonna last long. What happened? Yeah, I broke out of one of them. They came knocking during a sweep and grabbed me right up my doorstep. They were already scanning me the second I cracked open the door. Next thing I know, they're scribing shit on their tablets and telling me I gotta come with them.
Told them to fuck off. So they cuffed me like some criminal. I got away eventually though. So is FEMA after you? Oh, you better believe it. Hear about FEMA running tests to find visitors? That shit's not a rumour. Fucking saw it. They took some poor bastard into a tent. One second I heard muffled screams, next they were dragging out a black bag. Guy never came back. You get it now? They're doing things to people. That's why no one ever comes out of those zones. When I saw that shit, I had to get the hell out. That's why I ran. Even though I caught a bullet hopping that damn fence. Now I'm a witness. I know too much. They'll come after me. Come in. I can't. Listen, man. I've run into folks like that before. Got one right there in your place. That cultist. Sit quiet, man. Mind the business. Then they'll throw you under the bus without blinking. I'm telling you, folks. That'll sell you out in a heartbeat. Gotta go have fun. Sorry, I was... No, it's all good. It's all good, Sam. Thanks for tuning in the stream, though, and thanks for talking. Well, what's it called? You didn't know at first, so it's all good. Don't worry about it. But, yeah, thanks for being in the stream. Okay. Do we let this guy in, or do we kick... See, the cultists said that, there would be more of them if we kick them out. So that's what I'm worried about. Let him in. But then our house could get burned down. Ooh, this guy looks more normal. Ah, yeah. Just see my damn life, man. Hope your neighbors aren't total fucking scumbags too. My neighbors are dead. Yeah. When are you finishing Pokemon? I don't know when. Oh, I thought there was a person there. I don't have the original save file anymore, I think. I'll have a look, but I'm not too sure if I still have it. Hello, Freddy. Welcome to the stream. We're playing No, I'm Not a Human. Did someone die? Oh, I don't know if someone died. Good afternoon. You're watching the news. FEMA is currently assisting victims of a quarantine zone attack. Due to overcrowding existing facilities, the agency has made the following decision. Evacuated residents will temporarily be housed in buildings on the outskirts of the city. Fortunately, local homeowners are cooperating with FEMA and have offered shelter. This report, only a portion of the escaped individuals have been located. Thankfully, a new identifier has been announced and official earlier today. Bleeding gums. Oh. Do not engage. Okay. Pokemon game you used to play? With Pokemon Black and White, I'd be down to do it again at some point, because that was pretty fun, to be fair. That actually was pretty fun. Wait for their instructions. That's the latest for now. Special report on the dangerous new cult. So, basically, what the game's about, Freddy, is that, there's these, like, sort of people that aren't really people. They're pretending to be human, and they'll kill you if you let them into your house. And you're trying to help survivors who are humans. So, you basically have to let people in, and if you trust them, you need to, like, analyze them and make sure... You need to look for, like, symptoms and signs, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we need to try and see if we can, I think it's the cultists. Are they kind of like vampires? They all got taken away, didn't they? But not humans. They look human, but, like, they're not human. But they do have, like, things about them that look strange, if that makes sense. Kind of vampires? I don't know about vampires. Okay. A damn wound. I need to test you. Let's do a photo. This is a good one. So it's got black spots there, but I don't think that's a... Okay, leave it alone. Okay, so yeah. You should play Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate would be a pretty cool game to play. Okay. Picture. Let's see. Who said Baldur's Gate? It was... Thetel mentioned it. Oh, interesting. Leave it alone. Ooh. What's this game about? Have you played Detroit Become Human? I've not, but I do want to try it at some point. Okay. If they don't have symptoms?
Okay, we'll give it to the cultist. Oh. Dun dun dun. Oh wait, there's radio actually, hang on. Oh. Okay, let's see. Oh. Thank you, Lils, for the rose. Thank you for the rose, I appreciate that. Let's go. Like they did, we're sheltering in the basement of a burned house. Ooh. Oh, that's the house that's across us. Okay. Thank you, Lils, for the follow as well. Thanks so much for the follow, I appreciate that. It's closest to a hermit's place. Okay, okay. Don't have much food left without more will starve. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, okay. You're the hermit? Yeah, we are, but still. Oh. Well. Who cares if they starve? That's their problem, not mine. Okay. Let's see. Oh, armed. Oh, that's the guy with the AK. He's holding all of them gunpoint. Ooh, yeah, no, okay. I'm not coming to Hermitcraft. No, that's not true. Stand over the dead dogs, one go down to the tablet. Ooh. Did anyone die? Not yet, no. No one's died yet. Just made a track on the air. Yeah, how did that guy get up there? I'm guessing it's the tall guy. Forget about me? Didn't notice the hints tucked away in the Book of Smiles? It's precious time with you youngins. Kids these days. Oh. Hello there, tell me, can I trust you? You're not with female, are you? Trust me with what exactly? With important information, of course. I need a safe place to hide out and continue my research. Carrying out some documents with very sensitive information. Talking kilotons of state secrets, all which I plan to make public. What kind of secrets? Brace yourself, my friend. These scales are about to fall from your eyes. Election rigging. Proof the moon landing was fake. Government mind control. Through fast food. Yes, really. And finally, the truth behind those potato-flavored chips. What does it even mean? They're abominations of science! Come in. I knew I could trust you. Believe me, I've seen the truth. All the lies you've been told. You feel that? Change is haunting you. So am I. Now one of your ilk is deathless. All because of a word. One single word. What a word it is. You know who I mean, yes? Strange things happen around you. I don't care. Detached, are we? Don't even care anymore? Let's fix that. If there's at least 2 of us inside your house, you'll open the door for me. I don't understand. It's simple. Let's give it a try. But first, you alone? I'm not alone. Well, well. Even we are a rare sight now, let alone your kind, locked in their walls. Change isn't the worst thing that's coming for you. You don't think I'd lead the pack, do you? There are far greater things out there. I simply follow orders. Well then. Till we meet again. So friendly. Hello there, lean on me for a bit. Do you maybe have room for us? Chat, I don't trust these people. I don't trust these people at all. Is your friend sick? She's my sister and she's depressed. She can't walk or bathe on her own. Sometimes we even get out of bed at time for her. But it's okay, she'll get better someday, right sister? She's not really in the mood to talk right now, but she finds the strength to speak up sometimes. Okay, okay. What are we going to do next? I have to find somewhere my sister will feel a little more comfortable. And we'll create a new life for ourselves. They say our lives are over, but I disagree. If anything, things should get easier from here on out. Come on in. Actually, give it a snap over. Okay. We're letting a lot of people in today. No. No.
I'm not letting this guy in. I'm in a bad fucking mood, so apologize in advance.
Discord mod.
Yeah, Discord mod, Reddit mod, like, bruh. You're not one of the things, are you? Good question. Must notice there are 2 camps of people right now. One camp worse than any visitor. Okay. That's so cringy. It actually is look like a Discord mod. Whether a camp is all dumb cow, walk all over them and thank you for showing mercy. Both of them piss me the hell off. What's got you so wound up? Don't take it personally, it's just all this shit with the sun, our fucking visitors. Feel like humanity's right in their casket next to God. Yeah, the line, oh, I'm in a bad fucking mood. I'm just angry. I want to lead a normal life, you know. I wrote music. Not any other use for that shit anymore. Now I'm just trying not to become a part of either camp. Do we let in the Redditor, chat? Let's let in the Redditor. Big Chungus, let's go. You got that fucking gloomy chick here? No, I'm not staying under the same roof as that freak. What? He's an actual Redditor, dude. He sees someone with depression and calls her a freak. Oh my god. No, better leave. Yeah, no, go. Jesus Christ. That is mad. You just sit there and take their shit to each other. Oh my god.
If the little girl is still there, don't let him in. He's a Discord user.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god. Is that it for the night, or is that everyone? Oh my god, dude. He may like the word fuck. Yeah, no, he likes to swear. He likes to swear. He's, you know, it's a hobby of his. Yeah, the girl already got taken by a FEMA. That's already happened. Okay. Someone's gonna be dead. Yeah, okay. I already assumed that was gonna happen. Good afternoon, now for the news. Situation, okay. Corpus of Desperado. Packs of stray dogs are now roaming the streets. First threat, okay. Skin irritation. Oh, the rash! Oh my god, the mum! She had the rash on her hands! Okay. Both this, visitor threat, okay. Okay. This lays for now. Okay, we've got a few people. We've got the twins. We've got one of the cultists and the guy who got shot. And then oh, where's the okay. Anything in the basement? No. Well, I need to test you. Teeth. See, his teeth were perfect, but if he was attacked... Let's test you. See his ears. Okay. What about you? Leave alone. I have that coffee. No, I don't! I'm eating the mushroom. What does the mushroom do, chat? 'Cause I've just ate that, so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, actually we are. They're part of a secret government plan to prune the population. For the mushroom ending. Oh. Guessing this is the sad one. This is the end. I feel like there's a blanket of chains over my body. It's all very heavy. It's weighing me down. I want to take it off.
If you eat enough mushrooms, you get taken out of the matric.
Oh. Just need to gather my strength. I think someone allow me some. Okay. Thanks for asking.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the radio. To everyone listening, trying to jam my signals, keep things under wraps. Okay. I want to hide everything that's going on in the city. Okay. Trying to blame all of that on the psycho kill everyone in the quarantine zone. Okay. That'll probably be the guy with the AK, right? Point pictures that should kill you. Ooh. That long good. Let's order. We haven't had a save thing in a. Ooh, there's mold, chat. There's mold. 2, 8, 6, 9, 7, 2. Would you like to place an order? Kombucha. Okay, so we should get that tonight. Ooh, dun. Yeah, I think you're right, Rab. The color of their skin represents like their emotions and their feelings and stuff. That is true. Oh. What's going on here? What do you mean, oh no? What does oh no mean, Sam? What does oh no mean? I have a very strange dream. Oh. I can't move. Whole group is dead. What has happened to my house? Okay, the cat's alive. Okay, the cultists are... The cultists are doing something. Crazy man. Gas cannon Molotov. Oh god, I'm gonna regret this. Way more people. Where are the people you took? What's it gonna take to fix all this? Oh, patience. To you too. Good, I never want to see you again. So you're alone? We are alone. We must... Alright, good, goodbye. Okay, I'm kind of scared, cat. Not cat, chat. Don't want to say average Arctine accommodation. Yeah, they're still alive. Wait, they're all dead? You took our only chance from us. Goodbye. Oh, this is not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm back. First, place crawling visitors. Just block. What if they only show 1 or 2 signs? Swiftly as possible, okay. Feed on the weakness of the soft-hearted. That's how people get killed in their own homes. Stalking out wears blue denim jacket. The girl, I'm not sure how old. It's possible. His house burned down. Haven't seen him since. And probably you do. Show eyes. Yeah. I know our teeth are perfect, so let's not show those. Let's just run. Once the everyone's dead. Okay. Okay, okay. Is that it? Oh, delivery driver. Okay. Okay, I got panicked there. Now that's it. Okay. Well, everyone's dead, somehow. Asleep. No one's left. Is this because of the dream? Good afternoon, you're watching the news. Situation remains unstable. Recent lockdown remains in place. Over a new threat has emerged. Members of the cult have been sighted on the outskirts of the city. Some suggest they may be praying a ritual appears to involve open flames. You have beers? Yeah, we got beers. Fear believes this group may have been directly involved with the recent attack quarantine zones. Unfortunately, due to ongoing situations, neither FEMA nor military can spare a dedicated task force at this time. If any cult members approach your home, call the FEMA hotline immediately. Okay. Just says with these troubled times, agents announced a new horrifying sign. Fungal growth. Ugh. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus. The humans just look as... Yeah, the humans look odd as well, yeah. Like, that's a thing, like... you can't tell based on looks. You have to look for, like, different signs and stuff. Can I recommend something? No, it's all good. You don't have to. It's all good. Don't worry about it. They actually are all gone, aren't they? That Reddit guy had fungus? He probably did, yeah. He's got his fungus everywhere. There's a fungus among us. Well then, chat, what's it called? I'm probably gonna have to go for tonight. I need to go to the shop still. So I'll save this for now, and I think we'll come back to this game, because this game is actually kind of really interesting. I really want to try this more, because this is something. I have to say, this was strange, but something. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you, Victor, for the galaxy, by the way. I really do appreciate the galaxy. It means a lot. Thank you, Bubble, as well. I don't know if you're still on the stream, but thank you for the galaxies as well. Not for the money guns. You'll get a stream ends for tonight? Yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow, at least. We'll be streaming tomorrow.
Goodbye
probably
to everyone.
We'll be doing a Minecraft stream, and then we'll be doing it's Monday tomorrow. Not too sure yet what game I'm going to stream, but I might try something different. Not too sure yet. But thank you guys for the awesome stream. I really appreciate this stream. It's been pretty awesome. Thank you, Victor, for suggesting this game, by the way. Very epic game. I'm loving this. Absolutely good. Thank you guys for the awesome stream. Make sure to stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you all have a good night, and goodbye. Chicken butt.